On this day, the 8th of May 2020, it is 75 years since the guns fell silent at the end of the Second World War in Europe. Celebrations will be somewhat muted because of the current crisis we find ourselves living through. However, the anniversary is perhaps a timely reminder that even though times are dark right now, there will be an end to our current predicament. It's also a reminder that not everyone will rejoice or celebrate when that time comes. The news of Germany's surrender was announced on the 7th of May 1945. After years of rationing, blackout, bombing and hundreds of restrictions, it was time to let your hair down. A national holiday was declared in Britain for the 8th of May 1945. In the morning, Churchill had gained assurances from the Ministry of Food that there were enough beer supplies in the capital as the crowds began to gather. Various events were organised to mark the occasion, including parades, Thanksgiving services and street parties. Communities came together to rejoice and to share the moment. London St Paul's held 10 consecutive services giving thanks for peace, each one attended by thousands of people. VE Day mugs were hastily produced and some restaurants were even able to offer special VE Day menus. But as we look forward to a day when we might be rid of coronavirus, we might reflect that on VE Day not everyone celebrated. For those who had lost loved ones in the conflict, it was a time to grieve and to reflect. Amidst the street parties and rejoicing, many people mourned the death of a friend or relative, or worried about those who were still serving overseas. The war with Japan would go on for another 3 months. For many of the widows, the noise and jubilation as people celebrated VE Day was too much to bear and not something that they could enjoy or take part in. For many too, there was an air of anticlimax. The war years had taken their toll on many people and left them with little energy for rejoicing. In Britain, the strain of air raids, the strictures of wartime life, and the impact of rationing all left their mark on a weary population who knew there were more difficulties yet to endure. So, on VE Day 2020, let's raise a glass to a remarkable generation who sacrificed so much for our futures and look to a time when we too, in Churchill's words, may move forward into broad, sunlit uplands. Cheers!